Joanna.
Hi, yes, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Roslyn. Hi, you must be Zeke. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You guys can take a seat, make yourselves comfortable. Would you like any water or anything?
Yes,
Sure.
please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Thanks. So like I said, my name is Roslyn Cuce. I'm the family therapist here at Pyramid today. Part of my job is doing family therapy, and also I run the SAFE group, which is substance abuse family education, which if that's something your family's interested in at some point, we can talk about that. So here at Pyramid today, we understand the importance of family support. And so I will do everything in my power to facilitate the support in Zeke's life to help him in his recovery. So just thanks so much for being here, and yeah, so the purpose of this meeting, I think for today we're going to start with just getting to know each other. I'd love to learn about Zeke, I'd love to learn about your family, and on the phone last week you did mention that you were struggling at home with some communication issues, and so maybe we can begin to work on those. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Great. So, do you have any questions?
Yeah. What are you going to be able to do for like Zeke specifically? What are you going to do to help him?
Yeah. So in the program that Zeke is in right now, he is in long-term inpatient care, which means that he has a therapist that he'll work with every day in group therapy. So the groups consist of maybe 8 to 12 guys who are really there for each other to support one another, and they have a therapist leading the group, and once a week he'll also have individual therapy sessions with that same therapist to do emotional processing, to make treatment goals, identify what might trigger relapse, and just learn about coping mechanisms so that he can be as strong as he can be to fight this addiction.
Sounds great.
Yeah. And also I don't know if anyone told you this yet, Zeke, but there are also opportunities to work on site, like you can work in the kitchen or help with maintenance, and there are also opportunities to be take on a leadership role like in your cabin, and you can kind of have, as you are here longer, you'll gain that respect to be a leader, and so if that's something you're interested in, we can talk about that too. Yeah, and after he's done, we do have an outpatient center where after he comes back home, if that's what you decide, then he continues with the therapy sessions, and we do encourage them to stay in NA or AA meetings and just to continue their treatment and recovery afterwards. Well, Mom, I can really tell that you care about Zeke and his recovery, and that will be so key in this process, and it's just so important. So are you guys ready to get started with maybe telling me a little bit about, well, let's start with you, Zeke. Can you tell me a little bit about how you got here? Like what brought you to this place? How did you get started on this journey of drugs and heroin? Okay. And how did that begin?
I was in a car accident and I was on pain medication. Some of my friends were doing it, so I tried it, and then I couldn't stop.
Well, can you tell me more about that car accident?
My dad was driving.
Yeah.
I don't really like to talk about it.
And that can be really painful to bring up
He's dead,
traumatic
so
experiences.
he's dead.
Did he die in the car accident?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so hard.
It's fine. I'm kind of glad he's gone anyways.
Oh, really? What was your father like?
He was abusive to me and my mom my whole life growing up. So I don't really care.
So you might feel some relief from his death.
Sorry.
And Mom, I see you're really upset. I'm so sorry. It's so hard to lose a spouse. I can't imagine.
It was really hard.
Yeah.
But he wasn't good to us, so it's a lot of mixed feelings.
There are a lot of mixed feelings. Wow. When did this happen?
The car accident, you mean?
Yeah. When did he pass
A few
away?
years ago. It was, 3 years ago.
2 years ago.
Oh.
Okay, so what did that transition look like? You said that you were on pain meds?
Mm-hmm.
And that
From the
transitioned over
accident.
to heroin?
Yeah. My prescription ran out. And then I had no other option, so I was still in pain and my doctor wouldn't give me pain meds, so some of my friends were doing heroin and I tried it and it was amazing, so I just kept doing it and I couldn't stop doing it. So that's kind of why I'm here.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your decision to come to treatment? Was this your decision? Was Mom's persuasion involved? What did that look like?
I don't want to die. My dad's already dead. I don't want to die and leave my mom alone. And I've had friends die from it, so I don't want to die. I just want to get better.
Well, that's really great to hear. And I think it sounds like with the trauma and kind of mixed feelings with your dad passing, would that be something you'd like to kind of work through while you're here in treatment? Yeah. Yeah, emotional healing is such a major part of recovery because for years you've numbed the pain with the drug. And so when you try and get clean, you have all of these emotional traumas and hurts that you have to deal with. And we deal with that a lot here. I'm so sorry. But we can begin that process of healing here. I know it's hard. I've seen so many guys come through here and truly begin to heal from a difficult trauma and a difficult emotional past. We do have a trauma group that meets every week, if that's something you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
The group is very strong emotional support that really helps you process your trauma and just helps you begin the healing. I can get that set up for you if you think. I think that'd be beneficial for you.
Thank you.
Of course, yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. I know it's not easy. So let's kind of transition a little bit into, Mom, what are some strengths that you see in Zeke? I think it's important to identify, strong points that will help him in his treatment. So let's start coming up with some goals that you might have in treatment. So I'd like to hear from you, what you think he can use as a strong point.
Well, he's very strong-willed, stubborn, so that can go both ways,
Of course, yeah.
But I think he could be used to his advantage. He doesn't give up, so even though this is hard, I think he can push through it and maybe be a good example for the others and help them along by showing his example of how he's determined.
That's awesome. That'll show, we've got a resilient guy in our hands. That'll be good for leadership too if you, move into that role. That's good. Any other strengths that you see in him that might help him?
I feel like I don't have any strengths right now. I'm just worthless.
You're not worthless.
It's hard to see your true self right now, but we can Do you trust your mom?
Yeah.
Alright, well, can you trust what she says about you being strong enough to overcome this?
Just feel like right now I'm not.
And that's okay. But maybe you can keep that compliment in the back of your mind and say, every time you feel weak, you can say, I'm resilient. I have people around me who think I'm resilient. I think that might be a really important thing. And we can help you see the strengths in yourself. You do have a lot of strengths, I can tell. And we can try and pick those out and utilize them. This might be easier for you to say, Mom, what points do you see in Zeke that he needs to work on?
That's not cool with my friends anymore.
Yeah, but that's not really about your personality or your character. I think his communication skills could definitely use help.
Alright. Zeke, do you see that?
It's just hard to talk about stuff because I'm embarrassed. I don't want to be doing this. I didn't have a choice. There's nothing to talk about really.
Okay. Well, how would you guys feel about maybe doing a little communication exercise? Think you're ready for something like that?
I can do
Give
it.
it a shot.
Okay. Alright, so for this exercise, you guys have to face each other. Oh!
Sorry.
Alright, so let's start with Mom. So Mom is going to make a statement about how she feels right now, about anything, but you can relate it to his behavior or something about Zeke.
I feel weary.
Okay, now Zeke, you repeat back to her what you heard.
I feel weary.
Or say like, I hear that you feel weary. You can kind of say like, oh.
I hear.
Tell
that
her what you
feel
heard.
weary. Me and my mom, when we look at each other, we sometimes laugh. So
That's okay.
that's yeah.
Okay, so you heard that she feels weary, and you can respond to that.
Sorry. That you feel
What is
weary.
he supposed to say?
What do I say?
How
Just
do you
respond to her. Yeah, just. That's fine.
Why do you
yeah.
feel weary?
Like that?
Mhm. It's good.
It's tiring to always be worrying about you.
Sorry.
Okay, so now Zeke, you say something that you're feeling to Mom.
I feel alone.
You repeat that back to him. as
I
you heard
hear
it.
that you feel alone.
You can respond.
And I don't know, I don't understand why I'm here.
You're always working, and then just alone most of the time. Dad's gone.
I
My
have
friends
to
are
work
assholes.
because Dad's gone.
What?
That's why I have to work all the time. Dad's
I know.
gone.
That's just why I feel alone. I don't have any real friends.
Well, maybe you'll make some here.
Great. You want to do another round, or you think that's good for now?
I think,
Kind of like it.
Good. That's a good sign. All right. So Zeke, do you want to start? Say something how you're feeling about.
I feel like I didn't really like this place at first, but I think I could stay here maybe. Because I know it'll help.
I hear that you didn't like this place at first, and now you might start to. Am I right?
Good.
Yeah.
And I like that your attitude is changing towards it, and that you're willing to give it a shot, and that you're not closed off to it.
Great. That's another strength. To be
So
willing
true.
to adapt and change your mind and, look at this situation positively. I always say to my clients, it's a gift to be in treatment. There aren't many times in your life where you can just take a step back from life and get out of life and just work on yourself. It's truly a gift. And then you'll learn a lot of skills you'll need once you get back out there for the everyday mundane life, you know, and you'll have those skills to allow you to be strong. And every day it's going to be a struggle to stay clean, but you'll learn so many skills while you're in here to, you know, overcome it. So you guys did super good. That was really good. Good job. Let's talk about some goals that you have. I'd like you to come up with 3 goals for treatment. And that's okay if they're little or, you know, big, but let's come up with some goals. Do you have any in mind?
Maybe like different ways I can spend my time besides hanging out with those same friends and doing the same thing. I want to find like a hobby or something.
All right, that's great. Yeah. What did you have any hobbies that you liked before you were addicted?
I like working on cars.
That's
Yeah,
great.
my dad used to do that.
Yeah. Great, and that'll take up a lot of your time. Cool. Alright, so hobbies, that's a good one. Next goal?
I kind of want to go to college,
Alright.
but I just need to get better first because I don't want to be around anyone who's doing any kind of drugs. I don't want to get back into it.
That's an awesome goal. I think that even while you're here, we can begin the process of making a resume, making an application. We can get you started on that process. What do you think you want to go for?
To be a mechanic.
Awesome. Cool. We can definitely get that one started. All right. Let's think of a third goal.
Maybe just work on my communication with my mom and not keep her out of my life so much and my other family members and stuff. I don't want to lose anybody anymore.
Yeah. That's a really great goal. Like I said, I believe so strongly in the importance of family support. You have such a great mom to support you through this. And you guys seem to have gone through a lot together, but I can really see this being a strong support system right here. You have a great system to back you up, so that's great. And what I saw in that communication exercise, I think that you can really do well with the communication. It's hard. Everyone sucks at
I
communication.
need more exercises and training.
Yeah, we can, every time we meet, we can go over it and keep working on it. Great. So, Mom, what do you think about those goals? Do you think they're very realistic?
I think so. I
Alright.
It's got it in him.
Do you have any goals for yourself during this time?
I mean, like he said in the exercise, he feels alone, so I want to try harder to be there for him. And still have to work a lot, but I can set aside time to make time for him.
Okay. And what do you think that will look like, setting aside time?
Maybe scheduling in time to spend together, doing whatever, but just putting in my schedule so he knows it's a priority.
Yeah.
He's my priority.
That's great. Yeah. Okay. And so while he's in here, so your current treatment will last 3 months. So while you're in here, we can continue doing these sessions. That might be the only way that you will be able to see him in these therapy sessions. That's just our policy. But we can do up to once a week. So we can start with,
It's more than I saw you before.
Oh, now it's weak.
Well, great. Looks like we're just about out of time, but I'm really excited and really hopeful for you, Zeke. I see that you're resilient and you're positive about this, that it's your decision to come here and to stay here. But I am so thankful that you guys came in, and I'm so hopeful for you, Zeke. And like I said, you have such a strong support, with your mom here, I believe in you. Yeah, so we will continue to work on those goals, to be better at communication, to get started on the college process, and to learn some new hobbies and to kind of find yourself again. Those are really great goals. And Mom, I love that your goals were to be there for Zeke and to be, a constant support in his life. So thank you guys so much for coming in. And we can plan a session for next week.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. I think it's important to start.
I think it's important to start.